Homan. Tom Homan. Trump appoints former ICE director and Project 2025 author Tom Homan as the border czar, overseeing all U.S. border security and deportations of illegal immigrants. I'm pleased to announce that the former ICE director, and stalwart and border to control Tom Homan will be joining the Trump administration. This is big news. That's something that we have been talking about. I even made a video for any country that wants to listen how governments use illegal immigration to control you. That is still on my YouTube, still on this YouTube channel, in the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel. You can look for it, how governments use illegal immigration to control you. Something that I know I have a very strong stance. I know that I'm right about many topics. I could debate people on that topic, maybe in English, who knows. But this is the guy that we were talking about. This is the guy that we are talking about, and this guy is nothing short of savage.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Oh, that was so savage. Oh, and all the so many people complaining about this. Oh, that is heartless. How is it possible? And I stumbled upon, I tweeted, the cold savagery is off the charts. I don't know who the guy is, but I already like him. I didn't know his name back then. I didn't know who he was, but upon watching that clip, I was sold. This is the guy. And then I had this lovely reply from the Party of Joy. Of course you like him, you POS Latino man. Of course you like him. You POS. This is so lovely. This is why I tell you that when they reach out to me, they don't seem like people that you could have an actual conversation with. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We also have this video that's making the rounds from the parody of Marjorie Taylor Greene. This is a circus. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me. This guy is zero. I mean, he gives 0 Fs. He gives 0 Fs. I'm going to play from this forward.
We increase the...
There's a problem in here with the audio. I'm going to try to put it. Okay, it's going to be, you'll be listening
time
better.
Of one witness, one member of Congress who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority.
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer.
He doesn't care about your tiny hammer. You work for me. You work for me. I'm a taxpayer.
I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
He gives 0 Fs. I mean, that's what someone was saying about, now when we talk about physiognomy, is that this guy had the build of someone who can, like 2,000 years ago, maybe he would be crushing heads, okay, with his bare hands. He looks the part. He absolutely 100% looks the part. He would enforce borders with his own hands, maybe the occasional axe. That fits his personality. And we also have this. I think it was the same. Oh, this was the same clip. This is another clip that people were playing. President Trump selects former ICE director Tom Homan as border czar, and he was saying this. People were freaking out with this clip as well. This is gonna be so
Hey, look,
good.
they gave me 5 minutes to say a few things, so if I offend anybody tonight, I don't give a shit. How many pounds of fentanyl didn't make in this country to kill Americans? How many known suspected terrorists didn't make it in the country? How many billions of dollars did the cartels make? President Trump is one badass president. He secured the border at a level we've never seen before.
Yeah, this guy is the one who's gonna do the job right. They're saying that deporting one single person is gonna cost like $100,000. That was this account Jason on X was saying. I don't know where did he get that quote, but I don't know if it did the Kamala campaign make that quote. I don't know, 100,000 for one person. I don't know, that sounds like a lot. It should be a lot less.
And I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that's been released into the United States under this administration. Don't get too comfortable. We're going to need some help. Do I have any volunteers that want to come back and help run the biggest deportation operation in the history of this nation?
This is gonna be what I tell you. Donald Trump becoming the 47th president of the United States, it's gonna be an example in many ways for the world. In this case, for Europe, because if they manage to pull this off, and they manage to do it in a way that is can be adapted to other countries, then the other countries would not have much of an option of say, hey, no, we cannot do that. No, yeah, the United States did it, so maybe other countries can jump into the bandwagon. The hardest part is, all the humanity reasons, but they're gonna start with the criminals. That's for sure.
In January of 25, the greatest president of my lifetime walking back in the White House. He tells me we got, I say 120 days. He says, no, you got 60 to lock the border down. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I told the president. He comes back, I come back, we fix this shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we need. No nonsense. This is Tom Homan, President Trump's border czar. His message to all the illegals who cross the border will give you goosebumps. You better start packing now, because you are going home. It's that simple. See?
I got a message. As a guy who spent 34 years deporting illegal aliens.
Okay, he's got some experience. 34 years deporting people.
I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that Joe Biden's releasing our country in violation of federal law. You better start packing now. You're damn right. Because you're going home.
This is the part that I see so many trigger people, Latinos, of course, on Twitter, saying that, but every single legal immigrant was illegal at some point. And I say, that's what I tell you. When someone says something like that, I already know that they have no idea what they're talking about, or they are coming in bad faith. That's not true. That is simply not true. You could have enter or become a legal resident of the United States through all the options, because there are more like 10 options or something like that. If you want to become a resident of the United States, you can do it through the legal ways. There's so many legal ways. I could apply for, I know that people that are influencers or YouTubers, I could do that as well. Yeah, I could 100% at this point. Hey, you know what? I'm a huge influencer for the American community, and I can prove that I have, the viewership. Oh yeah, come here. We're gonna grant you first 1 year, then 2 years. I don't know. I think this is the O1 visa, but don't believe me. I don't remember exactly, but there are so many legal ways. But you will see so many Latinos. Oh, this is inhuman, because every single legal immigrant was illegal at some point. No, that doesn't work like that. That is simply not true.
I got another message.
Oh,
another message to the criminal cartels in Mexico. You smuggled enough fentanyl across this country to kill 148,000 young Americans. You have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined. And that's when President Trump gets back in office. He's going to designate you a terrorist organization, and he's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. You're done. You're done.
I want to see terrorist organizations glassed. I love that word. I don't know, glassed. It's so beautiful. Meet our new border czar, Tom Homan, and now he's eating AOC alive.
3 different options presented.
It's probably the volume. This.
The third included the option for family separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
You know, the issue here, the solution here is to build the actual wall and to make sure that nobody, whether on purpose or accidentally, crosses the southern border. It's that simple. You don't want the illegal crossings happening in the first place, because after the illegal crossings happen, there's a myriad of law issues, for example, of legal issues. For example, if one of the parents or both parents are, in this case, illegals, they are committing a crime. It's like a crime. You're entering a country by illegal means, and you're doing it with children, and it's just a mess. By the way, if you do that because you want to give your children a better future, I don't know what to tell you. About countries have to be very careful with this kind of, because this is also gaslighting. Because I'm going to speak in a way and talk about this in a way that the only reason a country will be allowing a certain number of illegal, because a country should not let anybody in illegally. There should be countermeasures to not let anybody enter illegally. If a country lets anybody in, has to be through legal ways. All right? If you try to, do something illegal, you're out. It's that simple. You're out and you're banned for life. It's that simple. And so much money invested in making this work for so many people trying to cross the southern border. Now that we are in Veterans Day, don't veterans deserve more that money? Veterans deserve that money. Homeless people deserve that money. The American people, the American citizens deserve that money. This applies to any country in the world. The citizens of a country, whether it's veterans or homeless people or the regular citizens, they are the ones who need all these benefits, not illegal immigrants. It's like letting people in, and all these taxes, all this taxpayer money is spent on hosting and giving all these amenities to illegals, which it's not a good thing. Maybe it's the humane thing to do, but if we're going to talk about humanity and being a humanitarian, you have to focus on your people first, on your citizens, on your veterans, on your homeless. That's what makes sense. But so many governments, such as California, news come, that's with you, they won't do it. And we already know what is their plan, why they won't do it.
And so the recommendation Of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
He recommended zero tolerance, and zero tolerance implies family separation. What AOC, this is a kind of manipulation. Zero tolerance implies that if the parents committed a crime, okay, they will be separated. I don't know how that works. I really would like to drive this point home, that if you prevent people from crossing the border illegally, you will solve all these problems in the first place. Do not let them cross. It's that simple. And AOC is trying to humanize the problem, put a face on that. Families, you're separating families. No, we are preserving the safety of the United States. We are preserving the safety of the UK. We are preserving the safety of France, of Switzerland, of Germany. It doesn't matter which country, it applies the same. Oh, you are separated. You're being inhuman with this family. No. We are focused on the safety of our citizens. This should be the focus of this initiative. But this, leftists, they want to, oh, you're so human. You are separating families.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is whenever U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
The law applies to anybody. He said that. This is nice. The same as it whenever a U.S. citizen.
Whenever U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
The families are separated. If you commit a crime, then you're separated from your child. Something that is in the law. Silence.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
All that she can do is repeat the same thing again. This is why you understand that Kamala could only repeat things, and I've never been to Europe.
Get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father from his family.
Mr. Homan, with all due respect.
What's she going to answer now?
Legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
Notice the words. Legal asylees. Legal asylees. I mean, for someone to be a legal asylee, you have to apply for that, right? I guess that they apply for that after they are in the United States. So my question is, how did they enter the United States? And at some point I thought about moving to the United States. And I remember that one of the things about immigration policy is that so many of the processes, for example, if you were asking for a student visa, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a specialist, but you cannot start the process of getting a student visa while being inside of the country. You have to do it back in any embassy or in any embassy all over the world, U.S. embassy. So many of these processes have to be started outside of the country, so you have your papers, your legal papers. You are green-lighted of entering the country on that visa before you enter the country. It's something that's how it works, because you don't want people dealing with that while being inside the country. But of course, you're gonna tell me, "Wow, Jesus, but so many people enter by like tourists, and then they overstay their tourist visa." That is illegal. You're essentially an illegal, and you're trying to game the system of the United States so you can stay in some way. I'm not going to lie. So I have so many friends, very close friends, that have done this, and I'm still going to tell them, you are part of the problem still. You're still part of the problem. I can't tell you anything else. But yes, if you enter a country by illegal means, you are committing a crime. And depending on the country, try to do it with other countries. I'm not going to mention it. It's not going to end well for you.
Legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
All right, this guy, I already like this guy. I like this guy even more.
Country illegally is violation 8 United States.
He said illegally. The captions are
Country
wrong.
illegally is violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go to the port of entry.
If you want to seek asylum, you go to the port of entry. You know what a port of entry
Do it
is?
the legal way.
Do it the legal way.
The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. Mr. Chair, the
Shut up. Shut up. You have been shut up. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you have been destroyed. All your arguments are invalid. You have been, well, reduced to nothing.